I've never sent anybody to anything to somebody accidentally, thinking I was sending it to someone else.
That would be so stupid.
It's never happened.
No. It hasn't happened to him either. Couldn't even look at him on the elevator.
The Honorable Judge Roy Moore.
You mean go get him, Roy?
Yeah. Go get him, Roy.
Yeah. Honorable, right? Honor, O-N, space.
Honorable. I love it. I love that
Just
this
the
country
chaos?
is just out of its fucking mind.
We were saying that before, how fun it is to watch.
Right, just fuck it.
I thought when Trump just started running for president, I was like, this is going to be great. Mm-hmm. And then when he won, it was like, I can't believe how much fun this is going to be. It has been so much more fun than I even dreamt it would be.
It is way crazier than I think any of us could have imagined.
Everyone's lost their fucking minds.
Yeah.
And I can't be happier about it.
To the point where it's like, on one end, you're like, okay, we want to impeach him. Yeah. And then the news, who gets accused of being fake, comes out and they go, we've got the smoking gun.
Yeah.
We're going to get him. And then you see the clip with Joy Behar. And Joy Behar's on TV, and she's celebrating like, yeah, we got him. And then the news, who supposedly hates Trump because he keeps calling him fake news, has to come out and say, oh,
we made a mistake.
That was fake.
Fake news.
That was
fake news. It's every day. Every fucking day. There's something else. Twitter's alight with all of it.
It's amazing.
The news, depending on what station you're on, it's just mass insanity.
And you're only a quarter of the way through.
Oh,
at least.
Thank God.
It seems to me like the inmates are running the asylum, and things are not going to get any easier.
The deep thinking I've seen in Jim lately.
It's cool, man. He's not just a comedian.
No, that is
certainly not. You said even wrong.
It's been so...
It is nuts.
Crazy.
Yeah. You couldn't imagine.
And people
off the rails.
People have forgotten like this philosophy of like, okay, like this person is where he's at. You don't like it, that's fine.
Right.
But with a guy like Trump, you can let him dig his own grave. Like, you can let him do it to himself. But everybody is so eager to be like, we got you, we got you. They're just chasing their tails and making themselves look like assholes.
But it's not even a grave he's digging. He just digs a hole and stands in it and then just jumps out of it.
Yeah, exactly. There have been how many things since he started running were supposed to absolutely sink him? Like, this is the one. Oh my God, he fucked
finished.
Up. Yeah. I mean, remember the Billy Bush thing, and now Billy Bush is on talk shows going, hey, Trump, you idiot, trying to ingratiate himself with the liberal media. So he's sitting there trying to get back, and he's the asshole in the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Trump is the president. He's the asshole in the whole thing.
Here's what's great. Trump is the president. Billy Bush got fired. There's literally an opening for a male host at the show that Billy Bush was working for. Matt Lauer is gone. Billy Bush would have gotten that job if he hadn't gotten fired. 100%. You know.
Yeah.
And he's not getting the gig now. It would have happened.
Yeah. And then just trying to predict who's next. Like, that's what everybody tries to do, but they're pulling him out of nowhere and everywhere.
Because you don't know anything about, we don't know anything about Dustin Hoffman, like that thing I never would have guessed. Kevin Spacey I knew was gay, but I never heard underage shit.
Like the underage and like, really predatorial stuff. And
you don't know.
Yeah, you just...
But with Trump, it's like, it's not only like he jumps out of the hole, because they do like what ABC News did, which is just fuck up again. It's like they dig a hole for Donald Trump. They shove him into it, and then at the very last minute, they throw a ladder to him. Come on out.
Or it's like the Roadrunner Coyote thing, where the coyote will paint a tunnel on a wall.
Right.
And think that Trump is just going to smash into it.
Right.
Trump goes through it. And then they go to chase him and smash in the wall.
That's exactly what's going on.
He's just, you can't do anything to him.
No. Because
we all know he's batshit nuts.
Right.
He's a womanizer. He loves fucking young, attractive women.
Right.
He's a little kooky.
Right.
And so what are they going to call him out on?
Or it's like Teflon. They're taking Teflon, they're spraying it on that pan. Every time they skip a piece of food on it, it dances right out of the old Teflon pan.
Just metaphors are no good.
You know, it's kind of like...
You don't think that was good?
No, it was stupid.
Try to be smart.
Yeah. Sometimes it works.
But that is what's happening.
He's just
and I think it's because people going after him are so, especially in the media, like in the news, are so emotional about it.
It's all emotion. Yeah, it's pure emotion.
Because that's when people fuck up. Like, think about every fight that you've been in a relationship. Like, you find yourself, how did I get into this hole that I dug myself into? And it's because, like, you got all angry or whatever. Like, you were, it's just emotion.
And you said one thing you shouldn't have said, and then forget it. It spirals out of control.
And that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
You were talking about, like, hey, I was supposed to be there at 8, and I got there at 8:30, and then 5 minutes later, you scream, your grandmother's a cunt, as you're shaking her shoulders. You can't take that one back.
Yeah. No, that one's going to stay there a while. It's going to linger a while.
I guess.
You just can't, they are so emotional. The people trying to get Trump out off of impeachment, the celebrities. The Rosie O'Donnell tweets are just sad.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
Like, Rosie is like, you're done, Trump, you're done. This is over. You're done. This is the latest news, and you're going to go to jail. It's like, he's not. It's not done. He's not going to jail. I watched a great documentary, oddly enough, on Headline News, which is CNN, and it was on the Clinton Lewinsky thing.
What happened?
And well, let me tell you, buckle in, because it's a hoot. And he was found guilty of lying to the FBI and perjury and obstruction of justice. They impeach him.
He was actually impeached.
He was impeached,
yes, he was.
and he finished out his terms.
But then he went to jail after that.
See, I think you're thinking.
Right.
Yeah, so all of this stuff, they've gone like over a year and found nothing. Like nothing on Trump. They're putting all their eggs in the Flynn basket. It's like, oh, Flynn, and Flynn is going to talk to the... no, they have nothing on this guy.
You obviously haven't watched Keith Olbermann's videos.
Oh, that guy's good.
Hasn't he decided that it's time to stop doing his political commentary?
I think mission accomplished.
Yeah, because
mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
He's really good.
That
guy's fearless.
He is, too, and his grasp on the English language is just inspiring.
Holy mackerel, boy, that guy gets you in his crosshairs. Get out of the way.
Ooh, you don't think Gentleman's Quarterly told him we're not doing this anymore? Because they were paying for the whole thing.
Gentleman's Quarterly is what he was doing it for?
GQ,
yeah. GQ, Facebook.
He was doing it for them. What that was.
And Gentleman's Quarterly.
Well, I've been called a GQ, but it's not that.
I know what both those two things stand for.
So he said, well, Trump's done, and my job here is complete.
Way to go. And you're the guy who criticized George W. Bush saying mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. He absolutely did mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished with his big fucking dick holder that he flew onto that aircraft carrier. Remember when George W. got out of the plane, and his dick was just fucking...
Was it being cupped?
Oh, it was like that. The harness was just... wrapped around his dick.
That was a premature announcement.
Oh, was it ever?
A very embarrassing moment on the aircraft carrier.
Just want to say, mission accomplished.
Like you flew in, like you just flown a mission. What are you?
Yeah, you don't
have an asshole move that was.
Yeah, but now we all love him.
Yeah,
I always liked him back then.
Everyone loves him now.
That's the amazing thing, that after he was the original Hitler, right?
Yes.
Wasn't he the first Hitler?
There are plenty of protest signs of George W. Bush looking like
Hitler.
Yeah.
Brought us into a war.
Yeah.
Dick Cheney was funding the whole thing. Mission accomplished. He had his dick and balls out on the aircraft
being cupped.
Mission accomplished on my balls.
Jesus.
And look at my balls.
And the one guy, by the way, one guy's got a great picture with the president, and the other guy's hiding behind his waving hands.
But now he's just beloved. Now he's just like a lovable old man who paints pictures of dogs.
Elder statesman.
Yeah.
He paints people, too. He paints soldiers.
I paint soldiers. I love to paint in the bathtub. Yeah, it was like wasn't he Hitler, blithering idiot Hitler?
He was moron. Michael Moore documentary responsible for 9/11. Hitler. And now he's just a lovable guy who paints pictures.
They call me retard Hitler. I don't like that. Yeah, now he's beloved.
He was ISIS.
Yeah, he was ISIS, and now just anytime he shows up,
hey, it's W.
There he is.
A few years later,
that's all it takes.
Everyone likes him.
And it's kind of like, fuck Al Gore for all that environmental shit.
Right?
Yeah.
He's annoying.
Have there been any ex-presidents that don't end up beloved? Like even fucking Nixon ended up where people were like, he gave those interviews with David Frost and everything, and people just saw the humanity in him.
Did they?
And was kind of like, yeah. We all remember, like, all right, you fucked up.
Yeah.
But people did like him, and his legacy of opening up China and everything kind of made it like, all right, he was a good guy. I don't think there's been, I think we have such we're able to quickly get rid of. Dude, maybe a few years if Trump lives after he's out of the presidency, I think people are going to be like, wasn't he great?
It depends on who comes after him and a president. And also, we stop because we stop caring. They're not policymakers anymore. And then we can just look at them as being charming.
As people, right.
I don't think that'll happen to him, though, because people already knew him before. People already knew Trump before. Like, they didn't know.
But they loved him.
That is true.
In a like, obnoxious, it was like, oh, you see that Trump? You fired. Remember when you're fired was like the big thing?
I think in
holy fuck,
like 10 years,
a decade.
Yeah, in like 10 years. Thanks, Jim. I think people will look at Trump kind of like they look at Gene Simmons, where it's like
they want to rock with him.
No, it's understood that he's a douchebag, but he's also just kind of a wacky.
That he's
celebrity.
the god of thunder.
Yeah, that he's got these big boots. He's a total idiot.
That he spits fire.
Yeah.
No.
He's just an idiot.
No.
He's a total moron.
No.
Dickhead.
No, that he rocks.
He's a total phony and a moron. But we all love him because he's a celebrity.
Yeah.
But he's a total asshole.
I don't know. Depending on what Trump does in office, too. It'll depend.
I think he's doing but wasn't the pretty bang-up job.
Is our taxes going up, though, because of this shit?
No.
Oh.
They're not. Everyone's taxes are going down. The problem is...
Read my lips.
That, the problem is that corporations that pay a shitload of taxes are also getting a tax cut. So it's like, oh, look at how much they're getting. Well, they've been paying in a whole fuckload. But everyone is getting a tax cut. Now, whether whatever the bill's going to be, because I know, especially in New York, there's going to be a tough time with this state and local tax thing.
Well, you can't write off federal stuff now, right?
You
can't write off state on your federal?
State and local taxes, you won't be able to write off on it.
Why not?
If that's what goes through. It's part of the plan.
But we'll be paying more.
Then New Yorkers will be in it, I do believe. But they are considered the wealthy. See what happens?
It's really annoying.
It is.
I saw on the fake failing news, the MSM.
Failing.
On the ABC
ratings.
fake failing news last night, they said that if you're going to end up paying more taxes if you make less than $75,000 a year.
Such bullshit.
That's what the fake failing news said.
Utter and complete fucking bullshit.
Bullsugar.
It is?
It's bullshit.
Okay.
I just can't. This is an across the board tax cut for everybody.
They said it's going to cost $1 trillion.
Oh, now they're worried about trillions of dollars of the deficit. When Obama was in office and it went from fucking, what was it, 15 to 20 trillion? That
was to help.
Right, it was to help people.
That's to help.
How about go fuck yourself?
Oh, okay.
Why can't we? I don't want to. Why can't we write stuff off? That's not right.
Well,
You're paying taxes.
It's not finalized yet. They're still going through the Senate and the House versions of the bill. Like our Long Island,
I want to write stuff off.
Why do I have to pay taxes to federal if I've already paid it to state?
I want to write stuff off.
I love writing stuff off.
I do
write
too.
it off.
Why didn't Trump want me to write it off?
They allow that.
Yeah, government allows you that.
What do you mean write it off?
You don't even know what a write-off is?
know what a write-off is. Did you write it off? Write it off. I love it.
But so we're not going to be able to write our stuff off anymore? Is that
don't know.
what you're telling me?
Don't know yet.
Boy.
There's
if
House
Anthony's
and Senate
saying you don't know,
still duking it out on that issue. I know our Long Island guy, what's his name, King, He's trying to. He's not for this because people on Long Island pay ridiculous amounts of property tax, and without being able to write that off, it's going to be a problem.
What about this net neutrality? How come people are telling me I'm an idiot for saying that we should definitely have net neutrality?
Have net neutrality?
It sounds terrible to do away with net neutrality for us.
You know what? I don't care about net neutrality. I think I'll be able to turn my computer on and play my stupid games.
That's all you care about?
That's all I care about.
But you're gonna do you play online?
Yes, I do.
Oh, well, then maybe this affects you too.
I don't think it does.
Because net neutrality, if you do away with it, then the internet provider companies, the Optimums, the Verizons, the whatever, they can start tiering off internet.
Oh yeah.
The way they tier off cable, so that if
how's that working out for them these days with so many other options out there like Netflix and Hulu and everything? How's tiering thing? Because all I hear these days from my friends, my good friends, is I canceled cable a long time ago. Don't need it. Don't use it.
But who do they get internet from?
Who do they get internet from?
Right.
I don't even know.
The cable companies.
Magic people.
The cable companies.
But if you cancel cable, you won't get all that. I mean, I like to watch. How do they watch regular TV? How do you watch like fucking
with an antenna? You get a digital antenna.
Do they go back to that?
Yeah.
What do they do? How do they watch TV?
I think they do a digital antenna, which isn't like a regular analog
TV,
antenna.
No, I don't want to sling. I don't want to
sling.
Totally missed the point of net neutrality.
I'm completely.
I just want to watch TV.
I
trying to figure out how to watch TV.
But if you start tiering it off like they tiered off cable,
right?
Then the market will decide, and other competing options will turn up.
I pay the highest tier.
You do.
I'm a top tier guy.
You can't just provide it. Like I can't just start providing internet.
How about you provide some entertainment?
Provide.
But shouldn't somebody that runs like a video podcasting small business
this is terrible for you,
be super concerned?
Why is that?
Because people are going to have to there are going to be less people that are going to pay for the bandwidth required to go to your website.
You go to the future and see what's going to happen? I have no idea.
So you're just like, roll the dice.
Just sounds like it'll take a long time for it to actually happen.
You're trying to roll with the punches. You just like let
Oh, God.
And
the punches.
Let's say the liberal media gets in bed with corporations, which has happened. Not literally, which has happened.
Dan Rather eating fucking Bezos' asshole. Yuck. Getting his nose in there. I like it when it smells like you've been in the chair all day. You can hardly hear.
Let's say Twitter and Facebook and those which I believe are liberal leaning.
Oh, really?
Websites.
Yeah, that's from Letterman Sammy.
I'm reminded every time I'm suspended. I was just suspended for 12 hours.
Which was ridiculous. Your sarcastic statement.
Sarcastic. I was asking Kim Jong-un to nuke San Francisco after their verdict on the
So why can't you make a sarcastic? Like, he doesn't have Twitter.
It's so ridiculous.
He doesn't follow you?
Yeah, and it was looked at as a threat. Like, really? There's a chance this might happen?
Yeah. So if they're
based on my tweet?
If they're going after, they're like, okay, well, we know who Anthony is, right? Is it so crazy to believe that because if net neutrality is done away with, internet providers are going to be able to slow down services to specific websites?
That is true.
Meaning, Twitter can say, we're going to give you all this money to make sure that our website works. We're going to give you all this money to make sure our website works quickly, but part of this deal is also some of our more conservative enemies. Let's slow down the bandwidth.
Like Compound Media all of a sudden wouldn't be as accessible because the internet, they've been paid by Amazon a lot of money because they see you as a competitor.
And if bandwidth becomes slow, it makes it a little bit difficult to watch a live video show.
It certainly would.
Then you and Artie would be pixelated.
Right.
And I'm not
all
I am not
choppy.
And I watch your show so I can see both your beautiful faces in HD.
It's why we do it.
But you see, there's problems here for you.
Yeah?
You need net neutrality, I think.
Yes, you do.
Well, who's going to stand for that?
For what?
For them doing that.
Well,
if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, right?
You're just saying things.
Like, I don't get how that would happen without people going, hey, now.
It's not something that the people get to vote on. You got to call congressmen and tell them about it because
Congress people.
The head of the FCC wants to do away. This isn't helpful, Jim.
Yeah.
With net neutrality.
Yes, he does.
He's in bed with the corporations because doing away with net neutrality would directly benefit the corporations that provide internet.
This is this whole thing is like a teftification of the U.S. of A.
No, it isn't. I'm saying that. It doesn't make sense what you're saying, Jim, and it doesn't help.
But yeah, that does kind of suck.
Well, it sounds...
You see what I'm saying here?
It sounds very interesting, but it also sounds like you're being a little bit of a panicky Pete.
But...
I don't think it would help compound media. I think that I really do. I think that the bigger ones would make sure, like CNN Online, MSN, like they would make sure guys like you who don't have this fucking completely who's not in line might not get the speed that they want.
The libertarian point of view
sounds like an antitrust issue.
The libertarian point of view is to not have the government have their hands on internet at all.
Anything.
Let the market dictate, which I totally get.
Yeah,
that's true.
And I usually go there, but in this case, because all these giant corporations are the ones controlling it.
Man.
They're all going to work together.
He might be right about that, though. I hate to say it.
Might be.
Oh, hold on. Someone's saying that you're wrong, Sam.
Okay,
or maybe
good.
he's saying you're right.
Explain to me.
Hold on. Look at the little mouse. Guys, I'm doing the mouse thing. It's not going.
I see it there.
Hold on now. Hold on. Let's get this little guy. Mike in New Jersey. Talk at the boys. Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey. Look, Sam, a couple of years ago, we didn't have net neutrality, and none of that happened.
Yeah.
All these big companies...
Here's the difference. You just said, a minute ago, Anthony, you just said the cable companies are failing because of this tiered program because people aren't buying cable, right? So how are the cable companies going to make their money back from the fact that people are going to internet instead of cable? They're going to get you to pay more for internet.
Okay, maybe he's right, Mike. Maybe Sam's right.
With the way net neutrality works is they want everybody treated equally so you can't have fast lanes. What they're not telling you is people like Google and Amazon have already built their own infrastructure. They already have fast lanes. What net neutrality does is it crushes their competition. Right? That whole idea of tiered service, you know, that meme that went around from Portugal, that was about cell phone service, not home internet. They're not going to want to do that to you because, you know, the idea is if you have net neutrality, that would actually be worse for Anthony than not, because now he's going to get slowed down to be able to levels that, you know, a regular website might have. It's not beneficial to him.
Let me ask
you. Already have fast lanes. That's not going to change.
Somebody is saying they can block specific sites. Colleen and Mass, I'm just going to quote your thing here. They can block specific sites that you can get for free.
Yes, meaning that an internet provider can decide without net neutrality.
Out of the fucking blue! Just to charge you for a website or whatever.
Or not. Or we don't even, like, you can't, if you have whatever internet provider, you can't get to compound media on our thing because it's hate speech.
Hate speech.
Yeah, but that would be true because there's too much competition. You know, just by me, I could go to cable, I could go to Fios. I've got 5 different cell phone providers. If somebody starts shutting you off, the market will correct that.
You know what, Mike? I don't know about that because a lot of times cable companies don't step on each other's territory. Like you have Comcast, you have Time Warner, and they all deal with certain areas. And in New York, Fios is not available everywhere. Fios is available in a lot of buildings, but there's places that don't have Fios.
Yeah, Fios isn't available in a lot of places. A lot of buildings aren't wired for it.
They're just not wired for it, too, yeah.
Like, you have to invest in it. Most places don't have more than 2, maybe 3 television providers max. You're saying
His name's not Max, Mike.
You're saying that, like, where you can still get to the websites on your cell phone because you'll have this. AT&T, which also owns DirecTV, is now one thing. So it's not. So the cell phone providers are in bed with those corporations, and even if they weren't, you're telling me that you're going to go to T-Mobile in your house where your service sucks to get things that you used to need Wi-Fi for?
Comment, sir?
What I'm saying is, if you look right now, you'll see that different providers are doing things like they're giving you free Netflix, or they're giving you free Hulu, or AT&T's giving you free DirecTV. These guys are giving you more stuff. The reason you have these localized monopolies is partially because of the government. So your idea to fix that is to give government more control of the internet. What has the government ever run that they haven't fucked up? I mean, literally, they screw up everything they touch. You know, think of it this way.
Explain to me how have cable companies not done that? What cable company has ever run a television cable company that you haven't been like, this sucks? There's no cable provider.
I love Fios.
only compared to what everything else is.
Yeah, Fios is just better.
It just happens to be better.
And by the way, in my house, I lose internet on the terrace, and I lose it in my bedroom.
Exactly. So you're dependent on your internet provider.
I have to get a fucking booster in my house.
A little booster. Yeah, little booster.
I'm not saying that. It's nothing that what we have now is perfect. It does suck. There's a lot of holes, and there's more things to be fixed. We're better off deregulating so you have competition than we are regulating more and killing more competition, because net neutrality will end up just killing more competition.
I don't know, man. I agree with you about the government, but there are times where they do put things in place. Like, the government is not 100% wrong. There are times when they do regulate what business can do, and businesses are cunts.
And we're not talking about mom and pop services. We're talking about massive multi-conglomerate corporations that are
businesses. All right, thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate it. All right, righto. Hold on. Drop the call. I do hate this mouse. This mouse sure is getting cheesy.
Yeah, what do you got there?
Top cheesy mouse.
I got it.
You heard what I said?
Yes, I heard your tale.
You tell me which.
Any one of them.
Go ahead. Which one, Sam? You name a number.
Well, I don't want it because they're like saying Sam is right. I'm going to go to line 8. Sounds awesome to me, but
sounds like
I'm happy to argue.
Bunch of retards on the phone.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Something. Peter in Canada. What's up?
Hey guys, how are you?
If we were any better, it would be a sin. Go ahead, Petey.
If there was ever a time to listen to Sam, this is the time to do it. I know no one wants to listen to Sam.
Why would you say
sorry, Sam?
Why? I mean, you're not sorry. You just said it.
You are absolutely right, Sam.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely right.
I usually am.
Anthony, you guys should be calling your congressman saying net neutrality
so
is
busy.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's going to be a problem when you're pixelated. You and Artie are doing nothing but sitting there stunting your growth, waiting for something to load.
You got a 1.4 KD on Battlefield 1. I got to keep that up.
You left the eye out.
You go big. John, you guys know that John Oliver thing on net neutrality? I know he's liberal media, but he did an excellent segment on net neutrality, and it's absolutely correct what Sam is saying.
I can't watch him because he's an idiot.
He's very well researched.
Don't watch him, listen
but I
to him.
hate him.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah, but just listen to him.
All right,
Thanks, Sam.
Petykins.
You're right, buddy.
Thanks. Petykins.
Our neighbor to the north.
We should go to line 4, John in New Jersey, because I have a theory on this too. I dove into this on my YouTube program.
John in New Jersey.
Hey, important question here. What's going to happen to the porn sites?
Okay, this is one of my big theories here, because everybody, right? So, on cable, how often do you see porn?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
You know, it's funny.
Okay, good.
What I think would happen is that cable occasionally they do show porn on cable, so I think now they would just start showing it on cable and you'd have to buy it on cable.
No, here's what it is. You're never going to get the type of porn on cable you can get on your fucking phone.
So here's what's going to happen.
Thank God.
You have to pay for porn on cable, right? You have to get, like, for real, unless it's like Skinemax, you have to pay for porn, and it's not that. So,
it's not.
If you can tear off the internet legally, you're going to have to pay a whole bunch of money
for the X sites
to get the porno package, which means that for like you and me, it's like, okay, you get the porno package, whatever. But for teenagers that are just trying to jerk off, for the fucking under 30s that live with their parents that work here that really just need to jerk off, they now have to go to mom and say, can you please get the porno package? For husbands that are pussy whipped and can't watch porn, they have to go to their wives and say, can we get the porno package, please?
You honestly think they're going to tear off like specific things on the internet for a la carte? How is that even done?
They can block. They can IP block. I mean, and they can location block and geo block. I saw. Yeah, they might.
But
there's other countries where it's happening. Like there's a social media package, there's a video package, there's a
in
music
countries
package.
that have fucking, they don't want you're talking about the government or anything.
Well, now you'll have to, if they can charge you more legal, I mean, why wouldn't they? Especially since the cable companies are failing.
So it's like, here's I have basic internet. So all I can get is like what? What is it? 1990
email
again?
and chat rooms.
It's fucking AOL again.
Sure.
Email and chat rooms and
Back
AOL
in the good old days.
Before that Chris Hansen guy.
Yeah, I'd go over there and mind everyone's beeswax. Tell 'em buzz off.
I think I'm right about this one.
I don't know. That seems pretty extreme. That seems
how
like...
else are they going to do it?
Like right now, you just go on and you go to any website. You could go to somebody's fucking MySpace page from 15 years ago.
Because no company's got control over the internet. Because they're not allowed to.
And I don't think any company really can get that at this point.
Because they're not allowed to, because of net neutrality.
No, I don't even think they're capable logistically of doing that. I really don't
Anthony,
think
it's the future. It's the future.
I know. It's
you
crazy.
are doing a video show from your house whenever you want to. Like, I'm doing video shows from my house.
I know. It's
and
crazy.
I'm friends with both of you.
Yes.
I guess that's true. But like, and it's so easy. That's how I found out how easy it was. I was like, if I can do it, this is easy. That's how I know we're in the future.
Yeah, we are in the future.
We're in the Isn't it fun, Jim?
It really
crazy.
is. Hey,
you're almost at the point where you can get Wi-Fi on your terrace.
Somebody wants to help me.